Hi there, welcome to another edition of Freeworld Heads Up with myself and Sanjoy. As usual, we always start with the currency, so there's been a bit of movement this week, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. We've seen some strength in the pound actually, as the Brexit problem retreats a little bit on the basis of certain polls that came out. The lead seems to be increasing. There's been accusations of scaremongering by the Leave side. But that's and also some accusations of lack of impartiality by people like the Bank of England, etc. But we seem to be just going in one way, which is increasingly likely to stay in, and that's starting to show in sterling. Sterling went up to, I think, about 147.25, 147.30 a couple of days ago, and when it sinks like to right now maybe 46.50 or so. So we've moved away from the low 40s anyway. It seems at the moment that's where we are. We're getting maybe some bullish signs from America. Some people are talking about an interest rate increase there as early as the June Fed meeting, and that's affecting the euro, which seems to be moving between 111 and 112.25 or something like that. So the balance of odds seems to be changing. We're getting there's a problem with the Greek bailout. We've kind of gone through that, but it's unfortunately all of these do seem to be just kicking the can further down the road. They actually have to write off these loans, and that is going to be difficult to get past the German public.
Yeah, I don't imagine that'll be particularly popular.
No. So in terms of that, we've also got the next thing will be today we've got the US GDP figure. Today's Friday. Next Thursday, we have the ECB rate meeting, and this could be a big mover. We're seeing basically increasingly deflationary news. We had deflationary GDP report from Italy, and at the same time, the sort of prospect of what Europe could be like in a few years, or what the world government. There's a tweet from a guy called Martin Selmayr. He's the chief of staff for Mr. Juncker, the EC president, and it says G7 with Trump, Le Pen, Boris Johnson, and Beppe Grillo. This is the Italian comedian. A horror scenario that shows well why it's worth fighting populism. So we're seeing these kind of spectres returning to haunt the EC, and these proto-nationalistic groups.
Right-wingers.
Yeah, right-wingers feeding off the migrant situation. It's going to get harder and harder to move along unless there's some sort of response to this. But there we go. So all the EC problems coming, just cans kicked down the road, and we're approaching them again. What about commodities? I think hazels have eased off.
Yeah, hazels. So I think it's looking like farmers in Turkey have now started to admit defeat. That this intervention by the TMO is now not looking like it's going to happen. It never did look like it was going to happen, but now even the farmers are admitting that it's not going to happen. So we're seeing some weakening in hazel pricing, along with some weakening of the Turkish lira as well. So hazels have come off probably about 4 or 5% in the last sort of week.
Yeah.
And then I think we've got INC, of course, at the start of next week.
We've got INC, and this is a focal point in which some items might be bulled up. We had a very sharp hike in almonds. After that, there hasn't been a lot of business, and I guess people are laying off till they go to the INC meeting, which is starts on Saturday, I think continues till about Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I think we can expect some more bullish stuff in almonds. We are getting quite a few more inquiries in Brazils, actually. That tends to be something that relates to the supermarket tenders, but there seem to be a few around now. And overall, we had quite good demand in May, perhaps because of the relative sterling strength there. It must be difficult if you're a packer, perhaps not running currency positions and having to cover some of your stocks, your sales, possibly at a sterling loss. So as soon as we get into, as the pound comes up, the phone seems to ring more.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's it. A little bit more activity. Oh, we got some news here about macadamia. It does seem that drought conditions in Africa have downsized crop estimates. The big picture is that macadamia has been something that's been planted over the last 20 years to quite a large extent, and every year we expect the year of bumper macadamia, and every year something seems to derail that prospect.
It's such a difficult crop to grow. It requires such specific conditions to produce a good yield that it's very difficult to
It's a lot of work, but we're seeing some very high dollar prices at the moment, and certain kinds of product like organic max, etc. Very difficult to get hold of, and we're just basically coming up to the new crop here, so not much relief till maybe March
2017.
Yeah, that's right. It's a long way to go. Okay, I think that's it.
So in addition to that, we've also got a reduced sugar cranberry video that will be online before this video is aired, so it will be on our YouTube channel and on our Freeworld news page as well. Our trader Sarah will be emailing round about that. It's a very interesting product and one that we think will take off. Apart from that, bank holiday Monday this weekend for everyone in the UK, so enjoy that, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.